Hey you guys, so a while ago I bought myself a brand new Apple laptop. Instead, I returned it and now I have a new plan to get an Apple laptop for $1,000 less and pay for it with cash. So this is my plan. If you are following me on Instagram, if you're not, check it out. But you may remember that I was super excited to get a new laptop a couple weeks ago. Well, I returned it. I had put it on a credit card. Tom and I realized at the beginning of February this month that we were actually going to be able to pay off our final loan payment. If you have seen any of our videos on how much we wanted to bust out that $10,000 of debt, you know how bad we wanted to make that final payment. We still had $2,000 left. And I had this nagging thing in the back of my head, you still have that $2,000 on your credit card. And when we were ready to pay off our debt, all I could think in the back of my head was, that credit card's still there. When I originally bought the laptop, I was saying, you know what, I need this for my blog. It's like a work thing. It's separate from our debt. And when it came down to it, I was like, no, it's not. It's still debt, and I'm still worried about it. I was panicking about it. I was trying to imagine how we were going to do that and get to California to see Tom's brother in March. It wasn't working. The day we paid off debt, one thing I didn't tell everybody, I went and returned my laptop. A baby was gone. The other thing is, I have a whole new strategy on how to save way more money on basically the same exact laptop in cash. That landed in my coffee. After I returned that laptop, I came home and was determined to figure out how I could get a new laptop for cheaper and how I was going to pay for it with cash instead of putting it on a credit card. My current laptop is an Apple refurbished one, and it didn't come from Apple. But what people might not know is that Apple has a refurbished part on their website. It's not very easy to find, or at least I've had to search for it. When you go to the Apple search bar, type in refurbished and you will be able to get yourself to all of their refurbished items. What I did was look for the laptop I had just purchased and saw what it cost to have it refurbished. The other thing I did is when I had originally gone to the Apple store, I kind of let the sales guy talk me into the higher priced laptop. I wanted to make sure I was getting the best laptop for what I need. Once I got home, I realized I don't really need the speed and the memory. I'm making YouTube videos. If I looked at the lowest priced brand new one and then got the refurbished, that was only $1,000. That's still $1,000 cheaper than the original one I bought. By going through and getting the lower price laptop and by buying a refurbished one, I was able to save over $1,000. That seems crazy, doesn't it? Apple is expensive, but they are worth it. My next thing that I really wanted to do besides reduce the price was make sure that I could pay for it in cash instead of putting it on a credit card. No more credit cards. So, as many of you may know, I used to do photography in our old big house. I had a studio set up. I sold my camera. Part of me wanted to hang on to this camera because it takes great pictures and I want it for this. You know what? I haven't been using it, not enough to let it sit here and collect dust. So I sold it for $600. $600 has me almost halfway toward my laptop. The best part is I have another $600 and some coming to me from the blog, and it should be here at the end of the month, which means I never needed to put that laptop on a credit card in the first place. It caused me so much stress and anguish knowing that it was on that card. I held off, I shopped around, got smart, and then I found ways to make some extra cash so that I could go there and pay for it in cash instead for half the price. I just had to share with you guys because as a recovering shopaholic, these are wins for me. The fact that I drove back to the mall, which is like 40 minutes away, returned that computer, and it was hard. It feels embarrassing. Came home, shopped smarter, looked for discounts, figured out what I could do and rearrange my thinking so that I did not have to have any more debt. And you guys, honestly, our debt-free video would not have been as exciting if I would have held on to that computer. If you haven't seen our debt-free video, I've got a quick clip. Just a quick Instagram clip. It wouldn't have felt as good. It wouldn't have felt as satisfying. You still have debt. You're not fooling anybody. So now we are actually debt-free. I am going to be paying cash for a laptop that I really want, and oh man, is it gonna feel so good. Make sure you like and subscribe because I've got more videos coming at you. And make sure you check out the blog and don't miss anything there either.